Corporations have finally come around to what regular people want, and honestly, like, to me, right, like, I guess maybe I'm a special case when it comes to this stuff. Whenever I see a pretty girl selling product, I'm not immediately going to go out and get it or anything like that. But I understand, right? Like, 80% of guys out there, like, they're just going to lap this stuff up, okay? Here's the thing, though, okay? Because Sydney Sweeney, brand new American Eagle promotion, everybody's loving it. Oh my God, it's doing gangbusters right now. And yeah, you know, I don't want to take that away from her because honestly, I've talked about Sydney Sweeney before, and realistically, I think that when it comes to celebrities, and especially when it comes to actors and actresses, I think she probably has the best temperament that's out there. Okay, like, I'm rooting for her to succeed, not like a bunch of other one-handed keyboard enthusiasts. Let's just say that. Because simping for a chick that you're never going to be in the same room with, let alone have a chance with, is a fucking waste of time beyond measure, but simply calling a spade and then moving on with your life, yeah, that's something that I've been doing for a while, so. If companies want to capitalize on female attraction, you know, I'm here for it, especially over the past, decade, and I would say it would go back even longer, but especially as aggressive as they have got by saying that beauty is only skin deep, therefore we can sell more fabric at a higher price if we put obese bitches out there, but realizing that there is a diminishing level of returns, unless of course you're Nike, which is an institution as opposed to a clothing brand, yeah, they can get away with their woke advertising. Meanwhile, everybody else, yeah, they need to go back to basics, realizing that sex does in fact sell, and yeah, we just need to go ahead and put a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, busty bitch out there in a Canadian tuxedo, and she's gonna sell some goddamn jeans, okay? Because Sydney Sweeney, yeah, she puts on some American Eagle denim, full stop, and yeah, it ends up doing exceptionally well, because Sydney Sweeney's steamy new ad campaign for American Eagle turns teen retailer into the latest meme stock. What are we talking about here? So American Eagle Outfitters shares a soared into meme stock territory after the teen retailer revealed Sydney Sweeney is leading a steamy new ad campaign for the fall. Okay, well, what's that ad campaign? Funny you should ask, and if you ask, I shall provide. Because, yeah, okay, I'd think that I'm a prude. I would just simply say I'm not being a simp, which is so foreign to most conversations on these topics. I do like some humor every now and again, and I think that Sydney provides that whenever she does shit tongue-in-cheek. Same thing happened with her, what was that, Bathwater soap that immediately sold out and then ended up getting scalped on eBay for like $300 a bar. It's like, oh my God, dude, get a hold of yourself. But maybe that's what they're trying to do by getting a hold of that bar soap, and they can have that in one hand and whatever in the other. But I like the ad. The ad is very funny, and without further ado,
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there, right?
oh my God, that's very funny. I at least think that is funny. And that's an ad that could, well, as is pointed out here, American Eagle likely paid Sydney Sweeney in the neighborhood of $20 million for this. I think that was probably like the high end, because let's keep it a buck. People know her name, and especially post Madam Web, I would say. And I understand that, you know, she had her fans and there was some at least critical praise for what she was doing on that Euphoria show. But honestly, getting into the stratosphere, I would say is probably post Madam Web. So the past year, it's like, yeah, she's been a bigger name. I wouldn't quite say household name, but at least has a raised persona, or public persona, higher name recognition. Let's go with that. So yeah, 20 million might be a lot, but even just take that for granted. But then American Eagle stock, like it's pointed out, yeah, over $20 million in market cap. So yeah, just simply going back to the article here, the company shares surged nearly 10% on Thursday after it unveiled its new marketing blitz, which features the Euphoria star sporting a denim jacket over her otherwise bare torso. Oh yeah, right. In a sultry video spot, yes, Sweeney leans under the hood of a vintage Mustang GT3 350. Oh, really? Because we played another video. I suppose for completion's sake, we might as well run the other one, shall we? Let's just say I'm thinking Michael Bay is probably looking at this going, hey, I did this in the late 2000s. Better hope that Mustang doesn't turn into a big giant robot, otherwise we're going to have words, but okay. Lol.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
That's it. I don't know. I'm more interested in the car, honestly, if we're going to keep it a buck, because that's a very nice GT350. Okay. And even still, like, the other spot was obviously cheaper to shoot because, all right, cool. You rent a Mustang for an afternoon. You do a spot like that. It's a cool 15-20 million to set her up. But honestly, yeah, American Eagle shares have gained 10% today after unveiling a new ad campaign fronted by Sydney Sweeney. Based ad, yeah, campaigns are back. I don't really know. And Wokery is gasping for breath. Big no Jaguar. Yeah, interesting how you have an ad selling jeans and it shows more automobiles than Jaguar does in their rebranding campaign. Found that very funny, but put a pin in the whole based ad campaigns are back and Wokery is gasping for breath because I don't really think that that's going to be the case. But okay, Sydney Sweeney drops a cheeky ad. American Eagle stocks soar 22%. Okay, another gleeful ex-observer, or user observed rather. Yeah, Woke's dead, baby. Woke's dead. Yeah, sure. American Eagle joins a volatile cohort of newly anointed meme stock, including GoPro and Krispy Kreme. Really? Okay, who saw sharp price swings in Wednesday's session. Earlier in the week, meme traders focused on names like Open Door Technologies and Kohl's. Interesting, because if memory serves me right, like especially during the Dylan Mulvaney shit of 2023, wasn't Kohl's getting hammered for doing a bunch of the June Pride Month shit? Interesting. Creating brief rallies driven largely by social media buzz rather than earnings or company news. Okay. Analysts and traders noted that Sweeney's campaign had helped reframe sentiment around the company, whose shares had fallen 35% this year ahead of Wednesday's close. Yeah, it's as simple as, getting one of the hottest faces in the game right now to just come through and, I don't know, just do the thing that she is most known for doing, and then reaping the benefits afterwards. And so for the people that are declaring that woke is dead, well, I mean, you can take a look at the stuff that we seen happen earlier this week as well, with the SkyDance Paramount merger finally going through. Funny how that happens. But SkyDance tells FCC it will create CBS News Ombudsman, eliminate DEI at Paramount. So, oh my God, now see, even one of the biggest entertainment conglomerates, they're killing off DEI. Are they really? Is woke really dead, or are they just rebranding? Let's take a look. Big changes come to CBS and CBS News once SkyDance takeover of Paramount Global is closed. SkyDance has told the Federal Communications Commission that once its acquisition of Paramount Global is complete, it will initiate a comprehensive review of CBS to ensure that the network is operating in the public interest, and that it will hire an ombudsman and will report directly to the president of CBS News, who will receive and evaluate any complaints of bias or other concerns at the news division. Which, even if the Tonight Show, or I'm sorry, the Late Show, well, the Tonight Show is probably going to get canceled here in the next couple of weeks, if not months, but I digress. Moving back to the Late Show, Stephen Colbert's joint getting shut down. Yeah, if it wasn't now, it would have been later if that would have been the case, because, yeah, they would have been in the crosshairs if this office is operating as intended. The ombudsman role will be guaranteed for at least 2 years with CBS News leadership committing a careful review to carefully review any complaints. Which, at least on the streaming side, like CBS, well, actually, full stop, okay? Of the 4 big networks, I would say CBS was probably doing the best job. Like NBC, especially with MSNBC and a lot of its network stuff, holy crap, was that left-leaning, and ABC being owned by Disney, and it's like, come on, you know what you're getting over there. And then Fox, well, amen. They at least wear their heart on their sleeve on this one, but CBS, like, you could have the Star Trek shit on Paramount Plus that literally nobody watches, that is some of the most ideologically driven bullshit that is out there. But then they also have the suite of Taylor Sheridan and Guy Ritchie TV projects, so it's like it kind of balances out if you want to weigh things up that way. But obviously, like, the Taylor Sheridan and Guy Ritchie stuff far and away exceeds the footprint of Star Trek, which could you imagine just some startup guy with a bunch of old boomer relic actors and actresses are just trouncing Star Trek? It's like 10, 20 years ago, that would have been completely and totally unthought of, but hey, that's what happens when you get politically poisoned. But talking about DEI, okay, and this is where things get a little bit more tricky to figure out, but SkyDance also promised to eliminate all diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at the company. Writing in the letter, the company is committed to ensuring that its storytelling reflects the many audiences and communities it serves in a manner that complies with non-discrimination requirements and other applicable laws. So cool. We're just going to continue to do that same type of polarizing storytelling. We're just not going to be discriminating in our hiring practices. Our hiring practices for writers that are going to be replaced by AI, bitch. Huh. SkyDance made the commitments in a pair of letters to the FCC, with one focusing on addressing concerns about media biases and another to confirm the elimination of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that were in place at Paramount, and to confirm our commitments moving forward. SkyDance, for its part, does not have DEI programs in place today and will not establish such initiatives. The company is committed to ensuring that its storytelling reflects the many audiences and communities it serves in a manner that complies with non-discrimination requirements and other applicable laws. Sounds like the term woke, because you hear most recently Kevin Feige and James Gunn talk about, oh yeah, Superman's not woke. I don't know about this whole Marvel's woke thing, but we don't do that anymore. We're just out there to reflect the world that we see. Marvel's the world outside your window. It's all bullshit corporate speak. They're going to continue to do the exact same shit. They're just going to call it something differently. It's the same stuff that was happening back in January. Oh, all of these companies are purging their DEI offices. Oh, then you take a look, they're just rebranding. So yes, so every time you get a Sydney Sweeney Denim ad, you're still going to end up getting that one fat black bitch telling you to go ahead and buy my product, otherwise you racist, because we need to reflect all of our audiences. Companies aren't going to change, but consumer habits will. So once again, vote with your wallet. And like Sydney said, I'm not telling you to buy American Eagle. I'm just telling you to buy whatever's best for you. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.